Leaked emails between Musk and Altman revealed what they argued about in OpenAI's early days. And not everything is pretty. Coca-Cola released a terrible AI ad, and a painting made by a robot just sold at auction for $1 million. Here are the latest updates in AI. While competitors are breathing down their neck, OpenAI is working hard to stay ahead. They have promised to release a response to anthropic computer use next year, and codenamed Operator. And while the big operator is still in development, they have launched a smaller copilot for working with external apps. It's focused on developers mostly, so for now, ChatGPT can only interact with the coding apps like this. Previously, you had to manually pass code into ChatGPT, but now it can access code directly. It looks like a challenge to GitHub Copilot and the Cursor. Cursor is not sitting around. It's one of the most popular AI-powered code editors right now. Recently, they bought Supermaven, a startup that's not even a year old, along with its founder and a strong client base. The two teams wanted to team up and create a mega product. The market is crazy, and the Cursor is already valued in $2.5 billion. AI models have hit their limit, or kind of. And they have hit the limit of what can be achieved through scaling alone. Elias's Scarer thinks the rule of the more data, the better the model has run its course. These days, models rely heavily on synthetic data, and we're basically run out of free data. It's interesting for sure. The 2010s were all about scaling, but now we're back in time of exploration and discovery. Everyone is chasing the next big breakthrough. The future seems to be AI agents or reasoning-based models, ones that can think and reason like humans. Altman doesn't seem entirely convinced though. But as we know, that wasn't the only thing Altman disagreed on. Leaked emails from OpenAI's early days reveal some juicy details. For starters, OpenAI's original name was the Manhattan Project for AI. The dramatic and pretty scary analogy. At the time, there was a big fear that Google would dominate the AI space with their resources and revenue. To compete, they were willing to hire top researchers at any cost, with a salary starting at $275,000 per year, plus equity in Y Combinator or SpaceX. Pretty wild. One of the early deals with Microsoft included a clause about promoting their products, but Musk responded harshly, saying he didn't want to be the Microsoft marketing girl. There was internal drama from the very beginning. Sutskever pushed back on Musk, saying they didn't want him to be the sole owner of AGI, and he also questioned Altman, asking why he wanted to be CEO so badly if he truly cared about AGI. In the emails, Sutskever and Greg Brockman admitted they hadn't been entirely honest about certain things. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? In 2017, Musk got fed up and said he didn't want to fund the startup anymore. The original idea was supposed to focus on non-profit model, not a startup. Musk believed that to truly compete with Google, OpenAI needed the backing of a major corporation, and at the time, Tesla could have been that support. But it didn't work out. I can't wait for someone to turn OpenAI's story into TV series. It feels like it would make an incredible thriller. But Musk is persistent. Now he's building his own AI empire. He recently raised a record $6 billion at a $45 billion valuation. His chatbot Grok, integrated with X, formerly Twitter, ranks high in the chatbot arena and delivers solid and less regulated answers. Considering Musk's scale, his AI ventures might surprise us all. As it stands, Musk has a strong chance of success. But who knows, maybe we'll even see an AI president someday. Anyway, let's talk about something big. The main New Year ad is now AI-generated too. Coca-Cola just uploaded all their past videos and said, "Repeat? Grand." But here is the catch. The viewers hated it. The comments like, "You have killed the spirit of Christmas," and "This feels soulless." Coca-Cola quickly pulled the ad and made a new version. But the new one didn't go much better, and the feedback stayed just as bad. Looks like the AI revolution in advertising is on hold for now. If AI-generated videos are not great yet, AI-generated text is already killing it. Turns out, people can tell the difference between poetry written by AI and by humans. Scientists ran a big blind test where they asked people to guess whether a poem was AI-generated or not. And most of the time, people couldn't figure it out. And the funniest part, when people were told in advance that the poem was written by AI, they rated it way lower. That's just how we are, biased and far from objective. But sometimes AI can be surprisingly convincing. Even for scammers, the British operator O2 developed an AI that pretends to be a grandma to waste scammers' time. The AI talks to the scammers while the user doesn't even know it's happening. Grandma AI acts like it forgot the card number, gives the wrong SMS code, and tells random stories from its imaginary past. The scammer thinks they have got an easy target and sticks around for a long time. On average, these calls last 40 minutes. This way, the AI not only protects the user, but also wastes the scammer's time, preventing them from targeting a real victim. AI videos are here, AI poetry is here, and over here, AI art. Recently, an AI-generated portrait of Alan Turing, titled God of AI, sold for over $1 million. The art was created by the humanoid robot AI Da. Sotheby's originally estimated it at $120,000, but the final price of over $1 million shocked everyone. The buyer was an anonymous collector from the US, maybe this one. Perplexity is following Google Lead. They are rolling out an ad-based model. The team figured out that subscription alone won't keep the business running, so now you will start seeing related questions and ad content in the sidebar. So here, now you are paying $20 a month to also watch ads. When they started, they swore they never go to ads, and here we are, less than 2 years later. Ads will save the world. TikTok has launched a Photoshop competitor, a text-based image editor with amazing quality. You can't really test it yet, but you can check out some examples and be impressed how cool it looks. Robots are not just moving boxes around factories anymore. Now they can cruise over rough terrain. And I'd love to take a ride on one of these. On a more serious note, it's a cool concept. I'm not sure what the manufacturers have in mind, but there are so many remote areas in the world with a terrible infrastructure where even a car can't reach. And this little guy could maybe deliver supplies or even rescue someone if needed. That's all for today. See you next week.